The way we consume and share news today is largely rooted in social media outlets, a reason why we decided every morning we have to look at what's being discussed online. From the hottest issues to trends for our daily social media minute, we're joined by Erica in green. Good morning.
Good morning.
Matching with her face mask, that's everything.
Yeah.
Was that intentional?
No, it wasn't.
I think that frightens me more.
I just have a big box of the same mask and I wear it. And sometimes accidentally I just happen to match.
Oh, accidentally she matches her clothes. Look at that. Good morning, Erica.
How was your weekend?
It was long. It was very long and eventful. But I mean, sometimes, yeah, that happens. I can't control it. How was your weekend?
It was good. It was good. Very restful.
All right, let's jump into perhaps the biggest event of the weekend. Wherever I went, there was a little bit more traffic and it was a little bit more tricky because there was a major event taking place in the Yongsan district. Yep. We talked about in the headlines. Yeah. There was a banquet, and yes, all the discussions are important. But what's really trending online is
what they ate.
Yes, you know what connects people and cultures. Food.
Yeah,
usually.
they call it culinary diplomacy for a reason.
That's
you know,
right.
World leaders and politicians, they work long hours. They negotiate difficult situations. They spend a lot of time talking to a lot of people, and maybe they don't get much sleep sometimes, but they have to eat, right? They always have to eat. And President Yoon and President Joe Biden had a lot to discuss these past couple of days, and a lot of thought was put into the state banquet hosted by the South Korean president. And,
it was a 6-course meal.
Yeah, I think we're streaming the photos right now.
Okay, so I know that's from one of the major news articles. It's not the best pictures of the food.
Yeah, you're right.
Because they look so much better in close up, but it has a descriptions of what it was.
Yeah. So let me explain what those dishes are, or at least some of them. According to the presidential office, the menu served at the summit dinner was a traditional Korean food inspired by royal court cuisine.
That's appropriate.
Yeah, and each of the dishes were prepared using regional specialties as well as some ingredients of American origin to represent the friendship between South Korea and the United States.
Like the beef is from the U.S.,
yes,
for example.
That's right.
A lot of local, I guess, 나물, right? Yep. These herbs and veggies were used for the signature dish.
You know, bibimbap these days, it's served on airplanes, and it's just an everyday food for just regular households. People eat it all the time.
It's really funny. One of my friends who is like a Korean TV drama enthusiast, she called me one night and she was like, hey, what is that dish called where you have a big silver bowl and you put in everything from the refrigerator?
All the leftovers.
And you mix it up. And I was like, I don't know what that means. And I went looking for that TV drama and I was like, oh, 양푼 bibimbap.
Yeah.
And that's how approachable this dish is. You can actually use leftovers, mix it all together with rice and usually with just the same ingredients, I suppose.
And this bibimbap, it's served in individual bowls usually, but then it can be communal as well.
Yes.
Depending on the size of the bowl. You
it's a
choose
really big bowl
to mix all the ingredients together. All people have to do is just bring a spoon and just stick in.
A lot of these events that I've go to, actually, they make a ceremony out of it too.
Yeah.
And they make a big bowl on purpose to make it a communal experience.
That's
just
right.
With fancier ingredients, I suppose.
So the main dish was bibimbap, featuring a fresh season of vegetables from the country's 8 provinces. You mentioned the beef, the sous vide American beef ribs in soy sauce. Other delicacies on the menu included something called sungchaemandu. And when I first saw it, I was like, what kind of dumplings are those? So sungchae basically means lightly salted cabbage.
I see.
So you salt the cabbage lightly, so it gets wilted. Okay. It's shredded finely, and it's mixed with other ingredients like tofu and vegetables and meat. So
sounds delicious.
Dumplings. There's also mushroom rice porridge and chimche. Chimche is the traditional word for kimchi, by the way.
That's brand new information to me. How long have I been in Korea for? Oh, look at that.
And this is no ordinary mushroom rice porridge, of course. These are prized mushrooms, also from a very specific region here in Korea. For dessert, there was tteok, rice cake with a mix of nuts, also from America. And the tteok was made with rice from Icheon in Gyeonggi-do province.
Also known for their rice.
That's right. The menu was paired with 3 different wines featuring the distinct characteristics of the two countries' terroir. There was a red wine from Dana Estates, which is the first Korean-owned American winery in Napa Valley, California.
I had no idea there was a Korean-owned American winery.
Yes. The wine apparently has been enjoying a cult following for its extreme rarity and very high quality as well.
Oh, it's one of those boutique wineries, isn't it? They make not a large batch, which usually makes it more exclusive.
They produce very small batches, in fact.
Look at that.
Yeah. There was also a Chardonnay from one of the oldest wineries in the U.S., also located in Napa Valley. And something Korean was served to drink as well. A sparkling wine from Mungyong, Gyeongsang-buk-do province, made from omija berries, which are native to Korea.
And Mungyang region is famous for omija berries too, right?
That's right.
I mean, that sounds delicious.
Yep. And there was some 50 guests from Korea, 30 guests from the U.S. side who were invited to the banquet. They include some high-ranking officials and CEOs of major Korean companies.
But who cares about that? It's all about this menu.
It's all about the
such
food.
a profound. I am so hungry. All right. That's not the only conversation topic that came out of this Yoon Biden summit. Yoon and First Lady gifting Biden something special. I think that represents, Korean traditions really well too. And it was reciprocated by, of course, President Joe Biden.
That's right.
By a gift befitting of the occasion.
Yeah, so South Korean President Yoon presented Joe Biden with a wooden desk. It's inspired by a traditional scholar's desk from the Joseon dynasty. It features some modern embellishments as well. And this desk was custom designed for the occasion by 2 artisans of the craft, Kim Woo-young and Cho Hoon-sang. And the desk, it's beautiful. It features decorative elements, including butterflies and chrysanthemums made from a mother of pearl. Apparently, these symbolize prosperity and longevity. So there was plenty of meaning in there as well. And South Korea's First Lady, Kim Gun-hee, also had gifts for Jill Biden, who did not accompany her husband this time around. But the gifts included a traditional vanity, also designed by the same artisans that crafted the desk. She also presented President Biden with an art brochure of the Mark Rothko exhibit that was held at the Seoul Art Center she helped organize back in 2015.
Oh, look at that. I mean, there's a lot of significance with every gift that they've chosen. I'm sure it was reciprocated by the U.S. president.
Yes. President Joe Biden gifted Yoon with a pair of aviators, which he is a huge fan of. It's very well known. These aviators were, again, custom designed for this special occasion. And he also presented Yoon with a nameplate, which is a replica of the one former U.S. President Harry Truman kept on his own desk during his presidency.
And the nameplate has something really special engraved
it
on.
reads, "The buck stops here."
There you have it. And finally, on to our third buzzword this morning. A taxi driver recognized clearly for his efforts to go above and beyond to return lost wallet to its owner. There is good in the world.
It can get so stressful when you lose something in a cab. I don't know if you've ever been there.
I've left a laptop. I've left countless umbrellas. I've left my phone.
Umbrellas.
Actually, I've gotten my laptop and phones back all the time, but my umbrellas
You
get
know
lost
what?
usually.
Come to think of it, I've gotten all of my phones back that I've lost in a cab. South Korea is good that way.
I think we're really good about that. I mean, not to say that, it's always the case, but majority of times I hear a lot of stories about that. But this is a cab driver going really above and beyond what's requested of him.
So what happened was a 67-year-old taxi driver, only known by his surname Kim, he recently drove 50 kilometers way out of his where he usually operates to return a lost wallet containing quite a lot of cash to its owner. And get this, at his home.
No.
Now, at the same time, the owner of the wallet, he was extremely stressed out, but he thought, you know what, stupid me. What am I going to do? I'm never going to find that wallet again. So, he was at home. He had slept in apparently that day. And then it's like, 10 a.m. in the morning, and he hears a knock on his door. And he opens the door, and it's the cab driver from the day before.
With the wallet.
With the wallet.
With the cash intact.
Isn't that amazing?
Oh my God, you guys, because I mean, think about it. It's cash. It
Yeah.
could have easily been taken by not just the cab driver, but any of the passengers that would come afterwards.
Yes.
But,
So,
wow.
the man, he's a 70-year-old man who had accidentally left it in the cab. He only realized his mistake after he had got on a bus late at night on his way home from Songjeong in Gwangju. And he offered the cab driver some cash to thank him. But the cab driver apparently said, no, thank you. It's my job. Anyone would have done the same.
I think this is what we kind of need on a Monday morning. Positive vibes. I don't know. Faith in humanity. A little bit restored. Things like that.
That's right.
Thank you very much, Erica. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
If you're listening to our program using the podcast service, just a reminder that we do go live Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Korea Standard Time. So tune in and help us make the show more informative by giving us your input. See you bright and early on Good Morning Seoul.